What's up, guys? Welcome back to Chopsticks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, today we're going to be going to a place that I've been going to for years. It's always been decent, but it didn't really blow me away until recently. I don't know what this place did, but it ended up changing some of their recipes, and the food is just divine. It is absolutely delicious now, and I don't know why, but I have been indulging pretty much a little bit too much, but I have found another fantastic Chinese takeout spot here in Orlando that I would say it kind of rivals that of my opinion, King Express being the top place. So the good thing about this is you're gonna have another option to have some fantastic Chinese takeout. So enough talking, I am starving. We're going to China Brother. So let's head out. Awesome. So we're here, we made it to China Brother. It's really quiet in here because it's raining. So, I mean, it's nice and peaceful. Restaurant's really small. It's your typical Chinese takeout. And honestly, the things in the menu are basically your typical items that are on the menu all the time at almost every Chinese spot. So with that said, let's look over the menu real quick. I have a few things that I want to order, but go ahead and check this out. So of course you have your drinks menu here, which is typical. Then you have your chef specials. So you have bulgogi chicken, scallop and beef. Honestly, I haven't tried most of these items. I might order one today for you guys because normally I just stick to the dinner combinations because I think it's gonna be your biggest bang for your buck. They have some amazing lunch specials, some amazing pricing because all the portions are absolutely massive. But then you have, oh, these are more lunch specials. I mean, they have a lot of options. This is one of my favorite things and I'm guaranteeing gonna order one of these today because I need you guys to check those out. And then of course you have your typical full-on menu where you could order things a la carte. We'll probably get a soup of some sort. All right, and here we go. Usually I don't do full menus like this, but I really want to show this place off. This is a personal favorite of mine, especially my wife. She's the one that put me on to this place because she came with one of her friends once and she's like, babe, you have to try this place out. So here's the dinner combinations. We're gonna have maybe 2 from this list today. Honestly, I've been coming here for years. I've always really liked it, but something that I've said in other videos of other Chinese spots that we've been to, like Chinese takeouts, there's always something amiss on each place. And it's, to me, most of the times usually either the rice or it's either the protein. And like, I feel like if you can't get both right, I'd rather just not go unless I'm like really hungry and I don't have a choice. With that said, this place, I don't know what they did recently. Their proteins have always been top notch to me. Their rice was decent, but recently I don't know what they did. They changed the recipe, but their rice is just absolutely insane. It's super flavorful and I can't wait to show you guys. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and order a few items. We're gonna go ahead and try the food out. So one thing I really like about this place in specific is when you dine in, you could probably hear the crunch already from my wife, but when you dine in, they give you these things that they normally give you. I don't know what they're called. If you guys know the name of this, can you please put it down in the comments below? Because I have not been able to learn. I just call them Chinese crisps, but essentially it is like wonton dough that's deep fried usually, and they usually give it to you every time you order some sort of soup. Here, they kind of give it to you kind of like the chips and salsa that you get when you dine in only, so that's important. And then you go ahead and just dip it right in here, and then this is like some, it almost looks like sweet and sour sauce, house-made, super thick. It really coats the chips themselves, but these are pretty dang good. Now, these aren't fresh. They're pretty sure they're sitting on there, but they are made. I don't know when, but they're made here. Here we go. Listen to that crunch. And then you get that sauce, nice and thick, sweet. These chips are nice and salty. You have like this beautiful sweet and savory. Nice little snack while you're waiting for your food. So here's the other beautiful thing about this place. I was gonna order a bunch of different items, but their dinner combinations comes with quite a, not a lot, honestly, now that I think about it, but it comes with a few options, which is great. They're great additions to it. First thing that I added to one of them that comes with it is Wonton Soup. Let's go ahead and check this out. So one thing I'll tell you guys right off the bat with this Wonton Soup is it's not that bright golden yellow, which I think normally is from some sort of like broth enhancer. I don't know if it's like some powdered, but this one is actual broth itself. Ooh. With some green onion, and then you have that beautiful wonton. Let's go ahead and try this out. Now, this is included again on their lunch and our Yeah, this is included in their lunch and dinner combination, if I'm not mistaken. Nice and rich. A little bit of umami flavor in there. It's nice and savory. You have that delicious, fresh crunch of the green onion that adds a bit of freshness. And the wontons themselves are just beautifully wrapped. They're not really filled too much. I didn't expect that too much on wonton soup, but they're honestly packed pretty tightly, and you don't have to really worry about it breaking apart. I mean, I guess if you leave it here for a long time, but it's really nice, flavorful. It is mostly dough, but it's delicious. All right, guys, I'm gonna try my best to try to show you the inside of the wonton. Again, very little amount of meat. It's a side order that's included with your meal, so I don't wanna ding it like that. It's honestly really flavor anyway, but I'm gonna try to bite it and show you guys the inside. So again, the meat itself is kind of pitiful. It's mostly dough, like I mentioned, but believe it or not, that meat is pretty flavorful in there. It adds a little bit of meaty goodness to the broth and to the wontons themselves. But again, the star of it is just the flavor of the soup as it is. Another item that comes in the dinner combination, I don't believe it comes with the lunch, but it does come with the dinner, is their wontons. Let's go ahead and check this out. So the wontons, nice and fried. This one's not as crispy, but it's been sitting in my plate for like 5 minutes while I was showing you guys the soup. But let's go ahead and just try this out. We're gonna go ahead and take a nice bite here. So it is a pork egg roll, so you have a good amount of pork in there. You have some cabbage, you have some carrots. Honestly, the flavor on that is really freaking good. You had a little bit of freshness from the carrots, a little bit of crunch from the outer shell, and then it's just really meaty. You get it with a little bit of the dipping sauce that they added in the beginning. Add a little bit of sweetness to that. One thing you guys need to keep in mind, this place is a personal recommendation from me. I didn't hear about this place from anybody. This was a place that I personally found. You're probably not gonna see any or pretty much not many videos online about it. So I'm telling you, it's a hidden gem here. The next thing that we're gonna show you is gonna be their egg drop soup. Check this out. So this one is nice and thick, as you guys will be able to see in a second. Look at that. That is, ooh, super thick. You have a lot of egg in there. This is the bright yellow that I normally see on some certain wonton soups that I have. Let's go ahead and try this out. All right, here we go. Guys, look at that. Ooh, look how it coats that spoon. That's crazy. Egg drop soup hasn't always been my cup of tea. I enjoy it. I prefer wonton. I like runny soups more, which is why I did a couple of weeks ago we did that Uzbekistan place. I said the same thing when I was having the lentil soups. But the flavor in this is nice and savory, very eggy, thankfully, because it's, you know, egg drop soup. The eggs in there actually have texture. You have a bite. It's not like super thin mixed in. I really, really like this. Again, even though it's not normally my cup of tea, I really like the egg drop here. The next thing we're gonna have here is gonna be the crab rangoons. Honestly, they're pretty good. I'm not gonna try to boast about them because it's just your typical crab rangoon. Check this out. So they're nice and crispy. They're kind of made into little triangles. They give you this pretty thick sweet and sour sauce that we're gonna go ahead and grab on there. All right, they don't stuff them as much as some other places that we've been to, but it's still pretty decent in flavor. Let me go ahead and take a bite and show you the inside. First of all, listen to this crunch. So the inside has a little bit of sweet onion. You have some little tiny diced carrots. You have some cream cheese. Again, like I said, it's not really stuffed too much. It's honestly very affordable though. I think it's like $6 for all of these. There was actually a lot more. It was like 7 of them, I think, but my wife started eating some because it's for her. But this is really freaking good. Despite it not having that much creaminess, the inside is like really flavorful, especially that delicious sweet onion taste and like the carrots and the creaminess of the little bit of cream cheese that's in there. I personally think they're enjoyable, but they're not gonna be like your super stuffed crab rangoons that you get from other places. All right, guys, our first dish is out. This is a dish I have never gotten before. In all honesty, I didn't even know they sold it. We ended up going with 3 dinner combinations. That's why we had so much variety in the beginning. But this is the first one. I'm glad that it's the first time I'm having it because I can be honest with you guys regarding it. But this right here is gonna be their Sichuan Chicken. All right, first take a look at this. It's not what I thought it was, but I'm kind of excited. You see some of the pieces of garlic. You see a little bit of the green beans that are put in there. Oh man, look at this sauce. It's super, super thick. It coats the, oh, All right, enough talking. Let's go ahead and try one of these out right here real quick. So it is Sichuan. I think I said Sichuan. I meant Sichuan. So it is spicy. Let's try this out. Okay. So immediately it started numbing my mouth. Not too spicy. Chicken is nice, velvety, and tender. Sauce itself is coating it so slightly. I'm gonna try to dip it a little bit more in there. It's like the perfect amount of saltiness. I'm honestly kind of surprised. By the way, that wasn't green bean, that was green pepper. I don't know why I said green beans, that was weird. Vegetables themselves have a slight crunch, so they're sauteed pretty well. That sauce is coating everything. It's really thick. Really flavorful, but it's a lingering flavor, and it slowly escalates as you're eating it. So when I first had it, my first initial impression was like, wow, this isn't very flavorful. It reminds me of like chicken and broccoli or beef and broccoli, kind of like that velvety feeling and like that kind of lacking a little bit in flavor. But then the sauce starts like doing its job. You start feeling that numminess in your mouth on the Szechuan. That spice kicks in, and then it gets pretty dang good, especially the more you eat it. The onions have a little bit of sweetness to them. The green bell peppers and the carrots add a little bit of crunch. So it adds a little bit of a texture when you're having the chicken. Because the chicken's super soft and velvety. But now, what I've been boasting about this whole freaking time, the rice. The rice doesn't look like much. I love the presentation. You have like a shrimp right here. So the dinner combinations come with pork fried rice, which I'll show you in another dish. This one right here is the house special fried rice. Let me just see if I can get a big thing right here. Ooh, let's go ahead and try that out. Okay, guys, here we go. I don't know, man. The wok and the MSG together, it's so amazing, man. You get this perfect level of savoriness. It's not overwhelming soy like some other restaurants. You get and taste and feel the individual pieces of rice. You get a little bit of pork, a little bit of chicken. Not only that, but you have a little bit of the bean sprouts. So it adds just a tiny bit of pop of freshness on some of the bites that you have. This is some of the best rice that I've had in a Chinese Takeout in Orlando. And I'm so happy because it wasn't always like this. This is fairly recent that they did this, because I come to this place pretty much once every couple of months. But now that I figured out this rice, I've been kind of visiting it for multiple times in the last couple of weeks. I freaking love it, man. All right, guys, now we're gonna have the next dish. The rice is the same as the house special fried rice, but this is my favorite protein, as you guys know, in any Chinese takeout. And this is my favorite in any Chinese takeout from all the ones that I've had. Check this out. So look at these boneless spare ribs. They're coated perfectly. You have charred edges. It's nice and meaty, not many fat pieces. There's other places that like to put like a bunch of fat pieces within it. These are cut nice and thin. They're great and bite-sized. Look at the thickness of that sauce, is how it's coating that. Oh man. I can't wait. I'm gonna go ahead and just grab. All right, I guess I'll just grab this one. Oh man, this is so freaking good. You bite down and you feel kind of that little bit of char grind against your teeth. It's not necessarily crunchy, but you do feel a little bit of resistance when you're biting down. And then it just, not melts, because it's not as... It's just very meaty. The wok, the sauce, nice and sweet. Honestly, this is like almost perfection to me. This is like a 9.5 out of 10. And I've had a lot of these all over Orlando in the last literal like 20 years. And again, I don't know what they did recently, but it's my favorite. I guess the last one that we ended up getting is another item that I've never gotten here before. When I come here, honestly, I usually just get your typical either sweet and sour chicken, sweet and sour pork, boneless spare ribs, or bourbon chicken or sesame chicken. You know, your typical takeouts. But I saw some things on the menu that I hadn't noticed before, and that's why I decided to get them, especially to show off to you guys. This right here is gonna be their beef bulgogi. I didn't even know they sold that. Check this out. So obviously this is Chinese takeout, so this looks completely different to the beef bulgogi that I'm used to, which is Korean. but you have some onions, you have some green onions, and then you have the beef itself. The beef looks nice and velvety, and it's covered in this like kind of thickish sauce. Let's go ahead and try this out. Okay, here we go. This is spicy as well, by the way. Oh, wow. So my tongue got numb. I almost taste kimchi. I don't think so, but there is something acidic in there. But it's really super freaking soft, super velvety. I don't know what technique they use. I don't know if they're just putting cornstarch or baking a little bit of baking powder and mixing it with the beef. But this is the softest, not chewy beef that you can get in most top Chinese takeouts. And when you have a little bit of everything together, you get the spice, you get that beefy flavor, you get the sweetness from the onions, the freshness from the green onions. Oh my goodness gracious, I can't even grab this right now. It is a delicious bite. I'm gonna be honest, when I saw it, I was like, oh, might have made a mistake. It's freaking good. It doesn't beat the boneless spare ribs. Those are my favorite, but still, this is freaking good. And then this right here is the pork fried rice. It looks almost the same as the house special fried rice, but it's just the pork. But still, the flavor in this, very similar to that. You're just missing out on a little bit of the chicken. The wok is the same. The pork is flavor. Here's the beautiful thing. This place is a special right now. It's been at least 2 weeks and they still have it. It doesn't look like it's temporary. It might be. So definitely check it out before it ends. I'm going to put the website in the description where you can order the food either for delivery or pickup. But there's certain things that they have at all times on special that's buy one, get one free. So for example, they have this amount of rice is what they normally carry in a single order of rice, but they do a buy one, get one free. So this single order of rice is normally $10, but you get 2 balls of rice like this in 2 separate containers that you can have, but you can only get it when you order it online. Again, the website is gonna be below. If you guys live in Orlando and you're close enough to the area to visit, just please do me a favor and just at least try that rice out and then leave a comment below on their thoughts and be completely honest, guys. Because again, this is not something that I've seen online. This is a personal experience of all the Chinese spots that I've been to in Orlando. This is honestly my new favorite. And I'm super impressed at how they changed. And I don't know how it got like this. It's insane. Guys, in all honesty, that food was amazing, guys. Please, this is a personal recommendation. Try the place out. Let me know what your thoughts are. Things that I've had that I approve of. Any of the pork fried rice, the half special fried rice, chicken fried rice. I don't know, their freaking rice is amazing. Any of the meats that I had today were dang good. That's boneless spare rib. Oh my God, it's some of the best that you'll have in Orlando. Their sesame chicken's good. Their bourbon chicken's good. It's just a little strong in my taste with soy sauce, so keep that in mind. I would 100% stay away from the lo mein. If you haven't and you like it, great. I've had it twice, that's it. So I can't judge it too harshly, and I'm talking about recent, and I just don't like it. It's I think they overcook the noodles just a bit, and then the sauce tends to swamp in the bottom, so I would say you have to constantly toss it and put it on your, I don't know, it wasn't my cup of tea. Everything else here though, oh my gosh, like please try this place out and leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. All the information will be in the description below regarding this restaurant, and as well as the website, so you guys can take advantage of that buy one, get one free. I have no affiliation. It's not sponsored. Again, this is my personal opinion and a place that I personally found, nobody told me about, and I'm just really proud of this. And the reason I decided to do a video here is because I was getting a haircut the other day, and he's one of our viewers as well, the guy that does my haircut, and he was like, hey, I have a quick question. Like, do you know of any really good like Chinese rice that you can have here in Orlando? And I was like, you know what, coincidentally, recently they did a change. I don't know if you tried this place out. I don't know if you forgot, but if you did, Angel, go ahead and comment below. If not, here's the video so you can see it for yourself and you could kind of see what the food looks like and you make a decision. But guys, thank you so much. Please don't forget to hit that like button so I can show you more places like this all over Orlando. I really appreciate it. I can never say it enough. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. A lot of you guys watching, like 80% of you guys that are watching are not subscribed. Do me a huge favor. It's completely free. It's a way to support the channel. Hit that subscribe button to help us out to keep growing so we can keep doing these videos. And also hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the future videos that we release. But with that said, guys, this was delicious. I will see you guys next Sunday. And until then, let's just keep on eating.